My name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today I'm viewing Royal Oud by Creed. This is an amber fougere fragrance for women and men. Royal Oud was created by Oliver Creed and Julian Rasquiet. My apologies if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. The notes are pink pepper, lemon, Sicilian bergamot. Middle notes are cedar, angelisa, galbanum. Heart notes are sandalwood, argwood, and musk. So the reason why I read that is on the Creed site, it only mentions the one perfumer. What do you think of that? I never know what to make of all this scandal and all this stuff. So this Royal Oud serves a homage to one of perfumery's greatest spiritual treasures, oud, taking inspiration from Parisian palace architecture. Oliver Creed creates a grand mirage for the wearer, using its finest ingredients around the globe. A precious jewel nestled into a bold and opulent fragrance. The luxurious is enveloped by the rich and earthy ingredient that provides smooth transition to the warm. I'm not going to read anymore. 2 of our bottles of Royal Oud are engaged with the higher self. Let's get testing. I was going to review this out in Mexico and they'd sold out. And he couldn't give me a reason as to why. Apparently some of the caps are metal now. I've just rebranded, you see, and I've gone through this year and a half of atomizers, caps, crystals, all of this stuff. And a plastic cap just feels a little bit cheap, you know, for the price. It's expensive, but kind of whatever. 50ml is $210, 100ml is $295, and if you love it, 250 is $520. So I tested this on the boys in work because I was very curious, as I love to give you feedback, as much information as I can. I'm expecting lift, elevation, cleanness. That's what I associate with Creed. The box is safe and legal and it contains BHT. And BHT and methoxycinnamate are 2 raw materials which are so important within perfumery, especially if you have a bottle like this where you can see inside, because BHT, butylated hydrotoluene, is an antioxidant and it is safe to handle at the amount IFRA says, and sort of the SES, I think it's called. BHT is really safe. It's safe to put onto the skin. It is not safe to eat in high concentrations over a long period of time. So the animal testing models which were done, and animal testing is now banned for cosmetics, is that it is butylated hydrotoluene is safe. I wouldn't eat it. Yeah, I wouldn't put it in I think in a lip product, I wouldn't say it's very good because you're going to be ingesting it, but sprayed onto your body, very, very safe. Methoxycinnamate is used as a sunscreen, very, very safe as well. And you need those raw materials in a formula to keep the fragrance lasting longer. They are benign, they don't do anything apart from what they do. The BHT and methoxycinnamate, all of this stuff is very safe, and now these sort of people are coming for companies saying we've got to remove them. If you remove them, they are cheap, they're safe, and they're stable. You can have perfume that doesn't last. Anyway. Very nice, I gotta say, very nice. It is radiating off my skin, which is surprising. Ambery, woody, spicy, clean and fresh. Built upon cashmarin, and cashmarin is a musk. There are 2 types of cashmarin velvet and cashmarin. Cashmarin smells clean, fresh, minty, and it has an expansive quality. It can also be used as a fixative as well because it's crystalline at room temperature. Absolutely ambroxan, I think Creed. Generally, I think of them as an ambroxan monstrous house, which is fine. Must to work at the top, must to work at the base. Acetates, that'll give that elevation, further elevation. Definitely citronellal, and citronellal has lots of different uses within perfumery, but citronellal helps to give cleanness and a metallic feel. And this is combining with sort of all the wood-like raw materials and the ambery wood-like raw materials, and the cashmarin is giving that sort of spike and that sharpness. It has a slight ambery, woody, oracey, slight tobacco-y smell, definitely herbaceous smell to it at the top, combined with the cashmarin. And these sort of like wood, amber, like raw materials can also be used at the top to give elevation. I've been experimenting with them over the last 2 years. There's quite a few, which I think of as like ambery, woody, aiding in that elevation. Lemon, I'm going to pronounce this Glackwood, or I pronounce it Glackwood, but I was watching this Gakewood. I pronounce it Glackwood, whatever. Pink pepper and patchouli, just helping to round it off. Onto my final thoughts. I quite like it. It smells older and it has a spiciness, has like a spiciness to it, which I'm a little bit unsure about, if I'm honest with you. I don't know whether I would sort of smell it and go, oh, that's definitely oudy, or if I sprayed it and applied it, I wouldn't particularly, I think, oh, someone's been using oud in here. But it does smell very clean. Does it smell very elegant? So I'll go through my final marks with you. Safe, legal, compliant. Fantastic. The elevation is sort of nice, but it's not monstrous. This isn't going to fill a room. For that amount of money, I kind of want it to be filling a room, to be honest. Do I like it? Not really, actually. I think it's elegant, clean smelling, got that Creed thing. But I like my ouds to be a little bit more in your face, if I'm honest with you. I work a lot with oud. My oud bill is crazy a year. I've gone from doing 50 mil, buying tiny amounts, to 50 mil to 100 a year. And on the Root brand, we bought a few litres of it. Or a litre and something, I can't remember. So I like my ouds to be undoubtedly oud. I don't like just trace amounts of oud where it's like, yeah, it smells of oud. I like ouds to be in your face a little bit more. It's very nice. It smells like a gentleman's fragrance. Reminds me of an older gentleman's fragrance. It's got a slightly musty quality to it, which is the high amounts of the cashmere can do that. I think it's all right. It's a little bit, you know, Royal Oud. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with it. It's not for me. Price is quite high, a little bit underwhelming. I bet you one of the comments is going to be, this used to be amazing. You need to let this sit for a couple of years, and after a couple of years, it becomes like the best thing in the world. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to do that when I'm reviewing, buy things 2 years in advance and allow it to sit. What companies sell should be the finished product. So I know that some of the comments which people have told me you have to leave them sit. Well, who's got time for that? I certainly haven't. Yeah, I think an 8 out of 10. I think it's all right, but not really blowing my socks off my shoulders. So if you love that review, thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating, interesting content, lots of moving hands and lots of fragrance views. Hope you're staying safe and well. See you soon.